Hi, I'm Matt from HockeyReviews.ca, and this is the CCM Trigger 4 Pro stick initial review. And as you can see here, I have all of the past triggers that have been out so far. So I didn't have the Reckoner that came before this, but I did get the triggers. And this has been one of my favorite, if not my favorite, stick lines on the market. I thought they were always amazing shots, really good low kick. They always did some pretty cool stuff with their taper. So I'm going to go over a bit about this family and what I think CCM has done good and what I think they did bad by making all these changes. Just because I've used them all, but yeah, so we'll talk about that. So the big thing this is like super nitpicky, but it's I think it kind of shows where CCM has been heading recently. Back before, I really liked how they did like the green accents. It looked really cool. But the biggest thing for me was the textured grip. So you can see how there's like this square texture throughout the stick. I love that feeling. I really like the Bauer sticks that have that. It was a great feeling on the trigger. I was a big fan of it. It became a little bit less texture, but it was still there on the trigger 2. Very minimal on the trigger 3, and it's totally gone on the 4, which is not surprising because that's kind of the way that they've been going. I thought the graphics kind of peaked on the 2. I thought the 2 looked way better than the 3 did, especially with just with the color scheme in general and the really small accents. This one kind of looked a bit tacky in my eyes. They changed the green on this, but whatever, that's not important. So the things that did change actually one more line of criticism is CCM has been doing sticks, basically a new stick line every year, and it's been way too much, and they're slightly changing that now where the Trigger 4 is the only trigger stick that came out this year, so it wasn't any of the lower ones, it was only the Trigger 4. So it's still too much, but it's better. My reason for complaint with that was between the 2 and the 3, I did a blind test on them, and I couldn't tell a difference. I didn't know what stick I was shooting when someone handed it to me. They're both great sticks, but if there's not a big enough difference, why are you making it? Like, why is it coming out every year? I really feel like CCM followed the Bauer line where Bauer was doing like a 1S, then a next gen, the same 1S. Different graphics, a new stick every year. Bauer has gone away from that, so they don't do 1-year launches anymore. It's scattered now. I think it's 2 years now. CCM followed that path and was doing a stick a year. Like, bought this came out a year later. I was like, okay, I love the other one, so I'll grab that one. Then this one came out a year later. Now they did say, like, you can see the changes right here in this taper that it's slightly different. I couldn't tell, like, this is like, it's not as flat, so it tapers in sooner. This one's kind of more gradual. I couldn't tell when using it, so why? With that said, to give CCM props, because they deserve it in this case, the Trigger 4 is a pretty significant difference between the Trigger 3. The big thing is the asymmetrical design on the whole stick and the weight. So this is now about 400 grams. This one measures in at 398, which is pretty good. It's not like the crazy ADVs, and it's not quite as light as the Flylight is, but it's also not as expensive as the Flylight. I think this is $300 retail or $320 retail, $320, where the Flylight's $350. So, I mean, you're losing a bit of weight there, but it's not as expensive, so that's good there. In my opinion, the grip is too tacky. It collects a ton of dust that's on this. This stick is super dirty, and I just got it. And it lost all the 3D texturing on it, which also is really disappointing to me, but I guess it is what it is. Now, the big thing here is their asymmetrical taper, which you can see here. Sorry, that's upside down. What this means is the stick now has 2 different edges on it. Basically, this side is convex, this side is concave. So you can see that standard ripcord taper here, and by standard I mean it's been on all of these where the edges cut in significantly. Now it is only on one side of the stick. The other side actually bulges out a bit. Hopefully that shows up on camera. It's not like the Supreme stick or the Supreme ADV or Nexus ADV where it's like extra edges and really comes out, but it is rounded outwards instead of coming inwards. So it's pretty interesting there. It does go like, it doesn't feel as like, you can't really feel as much on top of the hands. So it does feel like it bows out a bit lower down here. About right here is where it looks like it kind of changes. The interesting thing about this, and why I have to give CCM credit, this is a lot more tooling for a stick, doing one side different than the other side. So I give them credit for that, because you have to make it, or actually at least you have to like flip to, it's more manufacturing cost basically. So that's kind of interesting there. I'll give them credit there. Graphics, they went to this more neon look, very ADV-esque colors, if I do say so myself. The other one was kind of its own green, like you can kind of see it there. This one's kind of neon, so it's a bit different. Put them side by side, you can kind of see there. I haven't used this stick yet. I'm really looking forward to it. I like pingy, I mentioned this a lot though, I like pingy blades because I find they give a good puck feel, and I always know where like my shot's going and everything like that. The one thing about this stick is it's supposed to be softer down here and kind of stiffer towards the blade, so when you make those quick shots off there, it's stiffer, but it's still better puck feel. I always felt that these sticks were pretty pingy, so I'll kind of talk about that when I review it. So another thing that CCM has changed, and I'm not, I just noticed it, is, so the front of the blades are always this diamond pattern on their sticks, and it's still the interesting material here. On the back, it is not. So I'm not sure what they did back here. It kind of looks like that like directional carbon fiber that we've been seeing on Warrior sticks and Holpa sticks. I'm not sure if that's there, because this material kind of kills some of the shine to it, but kind of looks like it down here. So I'm curious to see what they did back here. I'm gonna have to read up on that for when I do the review, but that's about it for that. So thank you very much for watching this video. Remember to like this video, subscribe to on YouTube, hit the bell icon so you get notified when I make new content. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, links in the description. Helps me get more gear so I can do videos like this, make more content, and do reviews on. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Oh, and if you ever do buy a piece of equipment because of one of my videos, please reach out to the manufacturer, let them know. Gets me on their radar. So then this won't be as expensive as a thing as it is. Thank you very much for watching, and take it easy.